Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the new Jones Storm Wolf. It's like the Storm Chaser and the Lone Wolf had a baby. This board features Jones's Christensen Surf Rocker, which is a mellow cam rocker, so you got this mellow camber zone through the inserts, small rocker in the tail, longer rocker in the nose, basically directional cam rocker if you will. With that camber section being mellow, it takes nothing to load it up and you get a little bit of that drive and pop from traditional camber. And with that longer rocker zone in the nose, you get ease of entry in and out of turns as well as optimal powder float. This board is available in 158 and 162. I rode this board at Steamboat Resort and it started off the day with overcast skies, cooler temps, a little bit of snow falling here and there. And it was firm fast groomers with optimal powder pockets in the trees and off the runs. And then later in the day it became sunny, warmer, the snow got a little bit heavier, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. Clearly this board's going to have a directional flex, so you got this softer nose that stiffens up outside the front insert pack and progressively gets stiffer towards the tail. The torsional flex is there, but it's not really abundant, it's just barely noticeable. The overall flex of this board is definitely directional powder charger, if you will, which gives it this stiffer section just right underfoot. Now that gives it stability where you want it, but that nose being so much softer and longer does get some flap. You never really feel anything underfoot because it does dampen really well. This is a board that'll plow through just about anything in its path because that nose will bend, go up, and then it just takes over with that stiffer section and pushes through everything in your way. The snap on this board is there, but it's way out in the tail. What you have to understand is how to load up that mellow camber, roll back, and engage it, and when you do, it's a springboard effect. You do get that pop. It's not going to be one of those boards where you load it aggressively and just expect it to rebound. It's more like you load it, roll back, it engages, then you pop. It's great for hitting side hits or just doing little pillow poppers and whatnot, but you have to understand that almost all of it comes from outside that back foot, and you have such a minimal area back there to work with that you just got to optimize it with your own ability. Yeah, I didn't butter this thing. Look at it. You see that? Yeah, that's not happening. So let's talk about how this board carves. It's almost like riding two different boards, and I'll get into that. What you have going on here is just the shaping, the setback and everything. It has a slowed, delayed reaction to get it on edge initially. You notice that it slowly swoops in, and then it takes over from under that front foot, and you basically drive it from inside the front foot back. You can do a little bit of ankle steering underfoot when it's on edge, but not an optimal amount. The big thing to note is when you come into a turn slow, it swoops, it's easy to engage, you don't have to worry about it. But when you come in hard and you throw your hip into it and you're putting all your weight forward, it's aggressive and highly responsive. This is a board that it wants to let you know you're leaving trenches on that groomer, but when you're being more laid back, you're just like, hey look, I'm going from one side of the trail back to the other and you don't have to worry about it. It really does ride like two boards in one when you're carving with it. And that's nice because there's those people that are going to be laid back and not want to charge. And then you're going to get those guys that want to fly down the mountain full speed and throw their weight into it. It's good on edge. It carves exceptionally well. I enjoyed it for that. Who's this board for? The Resort Ripping Powder Carver. I'll say it again. This is the perfect blend of the Storm Chaser and the Lone Wolf. You basically get characteristics of both put together and it works well. It's snowboard husbandry at its finest. It carves well, it floats well, it's just a playful board where you want it in the tail, but you get all that precision and power underfoot where you need it. If you're looking for something for ripping a carve and slash and pow, this is a really good option. Comparable boards: the GNU Gremlin, the Nitro Pow, the K2 Excavator. Recommended bindings: the Jones Mercury, the Rome Katana, the Ride C8. This has been my review of the Jones Lone Wolf. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.